It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. And it's all up next.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, here in Dallas, winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. But this team this year may have even extra pressure on their shoulders in what might very well be the toughest division in football.
And that extra pressure will go on the offensive side of the ball. They'll need consistent play from the quarterback position because they are very explosive. And on the defensive side, they want to continue to take the ball away and make themselves contenders in the NFC East.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Lions, they're going to be a pretty trendy sleeper pick. I feel obligated contractually to mention that they've only won one playoff game since 1957, and that number gets more and more impossible every year. But finally, Charles Davis, can they break the string in 2023?
Break it, snap it, cut it, whatever you want to use. This Lions team, I fully expect to be in the playoffs in 2023. I like the way that they're being built.
Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. In season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Here's the 12th overall pick in April's draft, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Now the former Bear, this is David Montgomery. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now Goff. Wright's got him. 7 yards there and a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
To the air again. Goff. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down, Pollard again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a 1st down.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Ferguson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. But no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. Gone. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Kevontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now 2nd and 3. Here's Pollard again. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Prescott now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Prescott.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it's now 14-0.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Khalif Raymond. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Lions. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
But listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
The Lions offense set to take over.
And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Dak going to keep it on the draw. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. He finds his man, Pollard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Prescott yet again. And he's got it. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 21.
He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Goff now to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Off play action. Here's Goff.
He's got right on the short throw.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 4th down, Goff to the sidelines, and Detroit has Riley Patterson out there for the field goal.
From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Prescott looks to throw on first. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Here's Prescott. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. And again, it's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
So here come the Lions now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Goff going to get this to Gibbs. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go along.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Prescott on 1st down.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Prescott to throw it. There again is Cooks, complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. To the air again, Prescott. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cowboys were treated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He got off to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, threw another for good measure in the second quarter, so he has been on target throughout.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Second half begins with a run by Pollard. Takes it to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Pollard going to try the right side. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Pollard will take it up the gut. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9.
throwing. Prescott. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end, not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Goff now looks to throw. That's to the tight end, Laporta. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Room here to run. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 55 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level in the secondary, the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now back with the Lions. Here's Riley Patterson on for the field goal. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Patterson's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. There's just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Prescott now. Drops this underneath for Pollard. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw is Prescott. Sends one out to the sideline. It's Cooks. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be out right at the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, I can put my
Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gone. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Goff now to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On first down, it's Goff. This one swung out to Montgomery. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again is Goff.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Goff going to get this to Gibbs.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Marquise Bell in on that stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Running right, it's Pollard.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, with that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
On their side of midfield at the 47. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff now looking to throw.
Open man downfield is Reynolds.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Marquise Bell
in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
So they get the flag for pass interference. Big call there on 4th down.
But it's the right call, and as much as I want to see them play through incidental contact, he's definitely there too early.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Goff. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. David Montgomery from 6 yards away. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And Pollard going to pick up a Cowboys 1st down as he's down inside the 15. Going to run again here with Pollard. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Throwing, Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So here's Goff and the Lions.
Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:44 to go. The turnover does give them life, but they still need 2 scores. After the interception, here's Goff. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Now it's Goff.
St. Brown on the catch.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From the gun on third down, Goff.
Connects with Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action. It's Goff.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Goff, the throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Again, Goff. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's a win here for the Cowboys, and it was Dak Prescott, their quarterback, who really led the charge.
Yeah, I thought he was brilliant today, Brandon. He had 4 touchdown passes, and it felt like whatever the defense threw at him, he had a counter. He was just playing with confidence all afternoon long.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.